This book, Uncluttered Faith by Joshua Becker, has inspired and sparked this minimalism fuel in me. And there are so many things in this book that I'm going to talk about because I have so much to share and so much to just share my thoughts on. First thing, because I have this bad boy highlighted all through. So this will be a series, most likely. It says 42% of Americans regret buying their homes because the maintenance and hidden costs are more expensive than they expected. If clutter is part of the maintenance of your home, don't be part of that 42% of Americans regretting buying their homes. I can help. I can help with that. As a professional organizer, it is so rewarding to go into a home of a client, and when they bring you in to organize and don't think they need to declutter anything or intentionally refine anything, that's what I call it, then I start asking them questions, just because my approach is curiosity-led. I start asking them questions about things, and they talk through it with me, or really just with themselves, and realize how many things they don't need in their home. Just eliminating those things help them to see their home in a different perspective, and also save them time, money, and the sameness. Gives them peace and calm because they're no longer maintaining things they didn't even need or want or use. So don't be part of that 42% of Americans regretting buying their home because the costs are more than they expected them to be. Don't let clutter be part of that cost. The next thing that I want to talk through, it says the total number of items in the average house is 300,000. 300,000 items. That sounds bonkers. Bonkers to me. So if you've ever decluttered and felt like you got rid of so much stuff and then you still had so much stuff left, there's the proof. 300,000. That's the average amount of items in someone's home. That is crazy that we still feel like we don't have enough or we want more when we already have 300,000 items in our home. So if you want to get that number down, give me a call. I can help. Last one for today. It says 11% of households rent storage units to hold on to extra things. 38% of Americans have used or plan to use self-storage in the near future. So, if you have a storage unit, what types of items are in your storage unit? And do you need them? Do you use them? Do you go look for them? Or are they literally just procrastinated decisions that need to be made? So if you have some sentimental items that are in your storage unit, what I want to say is, first of all, if they're sentimental, they shouldn't be in your storage unit. They should be somewhere where you can care for them and look at them and enjoy them and remember them. And if they're in your storage unit or in your garage, for instance, and they're in the heat and in the cold and stuffed down at the bottom of a box, how sentimental are they really? I think it might be the memory that you hold with the item, not the item itself. So really consider that for the sentimental items. Now for all the other items, do you actually need those items, or is it more of a what if? what if this happens, I could use that, or when this happens, then I'll use that. These are not real scenarios. They are hypothetical scenarios, and you are paying money to hold on to hypothetical scenarios. So if you do some simple math and take your monthly payment that you pay to the storage unit, times that by how many years you've held that, well, how many months really, and then years, you've had that storage unit and held those items, especially for the things that are not sentimental, for the regular everyday items or just the regular items that don't have a meaning or an emotional attachment. If you took the math on the storage unit and calculated it out for how long you had that storage unit, could you replace all those things with that dollar amount? Maybe take a minute and do that calculation and really see and consider that maybe you don't need those items. Maybe you can sell a lot of the items and get some money and put that money in savings and let it accrue interest. And if you ever need one of those items again, assuming it's replaceable and you can find it at the store or on Amazon or wherever pretty easily, what if you just go and buy that item again? And that's it. Like you borrow that item from a neighbor or a friend. That's another solution. You don't always have to buy everything. I think it's okay to borrow things from neighbors like they did back in the day, the good old days. Anyhow, if you have a storage unit and you just aren't sure where to start with it and you procrastinate even looking in there, even opening the door, give me a call because I would love to help you make some sense of those spaces and really help you talk through the items that are stored in there and whether you actually need them or use them or want them anymore. Okay, bye.